Wow, what's going on everybody? This is the ultimate guide for Illuvium Overworld, and I'm gonna explain you everything you need to know about how to be most efficient in the Illuvium Overworld, what to do first, what not to do, and everything you need to know. By the way, a quick little reminder who won Overworld access. Let me know on Discord, on Twitter, hit me up so I can put your name onto the list and you're gonna be in the Overworld in the next batch. Everybody who has already hit me up, it's only a handful of people, even though so many people won Overworld already. You're already in, you're on the list, and you'll be in the beta as soon as possible. By the way, if you don't have Overworld access yet, there's gonna be a chance to win one in this video. So stay tuned for that and let's jump right into it. So right here we have the movement system a little bit explained. We have the jumps, which is multiple jumps. So you can jump not only one time, but many times, and it depends how much your boots have been upgraded. So in the game, for mobility, you have boots and the jetpack. Jetpack basically lets you fly around, and the boots let you do this. You can jump and jump again in the air, kind of like a trampoline. In this case, we got the stage 3 boots, and we can jump 3 times in the air. And right here, we can see what happens if we fly a little bit with the jetpack. That's all. We also got a sprint, of course, and all the normal movement systems. And we also got a jetpack to fly around. And yeah, that's all to the movement. And we're gonna talk a little bit later if we wanna upgrade the boots first, the jetpack first, or do something else with it. There we go. That's the jetpack. Just boosting around, flying around. I really love the movement. Alrighty, we're jumping to the next point, which is right here, the map. So we got a map in the game. You can see everything there is, and you can also see all those little details, and you can teleport to all the important points on the map. So you don't have to run around all the time. This, by the way, is Sanctum Mesa. This is the main hub from where you start all your adventures. And now we're gonna go into our first Overworld run, which will be in Crimson Waste. So here in Crimson Waste you can choose, am I going to go to stage 0, stage 1, 2 or 3? And the higher the stage, the higher the difficulty. And when you start out at first, you're gonna have 0 alluvials. So you're gonna have to catch them as yourself as the ranger. The ranger is your only alluvial you can place on the board to fight it, and you need to defeat the alluvial in order to catch it. So when you go first in the game, you have to start, or you should start at stage 0. Go in at stage 0, catch as many alluvials as you can, get as many resources as you can, and with that, then you can go to stage 1, then catch there even better alluvials, and then go to stage 2 and 3 and work your way up. Don't jump into stage 3 right away, you're not gonna succeed, you cannot defeat those alluvials. So now we will have a closer look what to do and what not to do in an Overworld run. And we're starting with dying. We obviously shouldn't die too much. And here you can see what's gonna happen if you die. For example, you jump in that acid and you're gonna be done. But it's not a big deal, you're just gonna be ported back to this starting hub, to this starting obelisk, and you can restart your run. Not restart it, like keep continuing on your run. But if you're very far in the exploration and if you have gone very far onto the map, it would be a pity if you die and you have a big setback and have to run it all again. But actually there's not a huge it's not a huge penalty if you die, but you still might wanna avoid it. Right here we can see this black and white screen. This is our Visor, which is next to the boots and the jetpack. The Visor is the third thing we can upgrade for Overworld in general. And as you saw, you can see all those alluvials and nodes and all the points that you can harvest, that you can capture. All the points of interest, all the items, all the resources is going to be highlighted on the map. And the stronger your Visor is, the further you can see them, basically. So that's a nice thing to have. Right here we see the in-game Overworld map. And this is the heat map. And the heat map also will be improved with upgrades on your drone. And once you increase the heat map, it really shows you like the heat, the red stuff is where good stuff is, basically. And if you increase it, it's gonna be more precise to find the good stuff. And you can see right here, this is the fog of war. In the other map, we only see revealed on the map where we have been already. So right now we put a marker here, and this marker you can see it on your compass. On top here, this white marker right here shows you the marker you just placed. And you have like 360 degrees and you know, oh, that's the marker, that's the direction I want to go this time. Basically, go off into any direction. There is no mistakes, right? You just want to find one tunnel like this here and you want to go and explore it and just keep heading down it. You want to find some resources, you want to catch alluvials. Right now, putting on the visor, we see that up there is a little resource and we're going for it. And we're gonna catch it. So there's really no big mistakes. And one mistake early on, I would say, is scanning for stuff. Because if you go in here, you can interact with that mining node. And if you interact with it, it will give you two options. You can either scan it to know what it is, like what's in there before you harvest it, or you extract it right away. And since you're new and you need all the materials you can get, there is no wrong material. Later on, maybe you're hunting for specific materials or some is worth more, so you want to scan them first to see if the thing you're hunting for is in there. But right now you want anything, so don't waste any energy on scanning and just extract it right away. Down here in the bottom right, let me see if you can see that. Yeah. Down in the bottom right, you see your energy, 5,000. So now we scanned and now we have 4,980. So that's basically your energy, and once it's over, the run is over. So you don't really have a time limit on the run, it's just depending on the energy. And yeah, we just wasted 20 energy because we're gonna extract it anyway. So don't do that, just extract anything right away, don't scan in the beginning, because you're not picky in the beginning. Alrighty, let's jump further. What else we got? Let's have a look how it looks when we actually extract it. There we go. Extracting Mozart looks super nice when he does that. And then you get this all in your inventory. By the way, all the alluvials you capture, they're gonna be sent to your storage in the community hub in Sanctum Mesa, but more about that a little bit later. Alrighty, let's have a look at actually catching an alluvial, shall we? Should be around here. Yes, you see this anomaly? Anomaly? Sorry for that. So you see this alluvial anomaly. You see this alluvial sphere, right? And to activate it like it is right now, you have to shoot it. You have a laser gun and you shoot this anomaly. Fuck this. I can't say it. So you shoot this sphere and then it activates it, and then you can either scan it or fight it right away. If you scan it right here, you see what's in there. If you don't scan it, you'll not see what is in there, or maybe if there's like 6 alluvials in there, you only see 2, and if you scan them, you see all of them. And once again, scanning is completely useless. It just uses up like 20% of our resources that we would have used if we just fight it right away. There is one Tatopy in there, so we decide to join inside. And here we are on the battlefield with this Tatopy. Like right here in this run, we already have some alluvials to choose from, and we can use them to battle this Tatopy. If this is our first run, we have nothing but our ranger, right? So now if we put an alluvial down, you might see on top here is a little bar, 89 violet points or whatever it is. This is the energy bar that determines how stable this encounter is. So right now with 90 the bar is full, it's very stable. As soon as we place alluvials onto the board, right here, boom, it goes down to 1. It goes all the way down almost to 0, and you can see all this crazy looking animation. This means the encounter is getting unstable, and the anomaly, let me check that word. Anomaly. This encounter anyway is about to collapse, and what it basically means is you have less chances of catching that alluvial. For example, if we defeat it with 90 energy up here, we might have 9 attempts to catch it. But if we put a big alluvial down and we have only 10 energy left, then we might have only one attempt to catch this alluvial. So basically it means you have to put the lowest amount of mastery points. You want to deploy the least that you have to deploy to defeat the enemies. So then you have a big chance of catching this alluvial. So now we deployed Tatopy, which lowers our energy right here down to 59, still very high. Obviously we can defeat it because it's Tatopy versus Tatopy plus a ranger. And once we defeat it, we can try to capture it. So let's fast forward a little bit to that. And Mozart will capture it for us. Here again, if we place the Seer on the field, we are down to 1 stability and we're not gonna have an easy time catching this alluvial. So let's remove him and actually fight the enemy. We're putting a lot here on our unit. All right, let's scroll down. There we go, we defeated, and now we are in the capture sequence. So right now we can capture him, and we see down here 3 different shards. These are different strengths of shards. It's like Pokeballs, right? It's a normal Pokeball, a Super Ball, and a Hyper Ball. So the more there is different levels, different tiers of shards. And like, for example, this is the best one, and you wouldn't use this usually for the Tatopy, right? Because Tatopy is a very small alluvial, so you would use the smallest shard for it and still have a fairly high chance to catch it. With this best shard right here, you have a 96.8% chance to catch this Tatopy, which is super high, right? You might not want to invest this shard for the alluvial, but you might want to, just to be sure, or you might want to go with a smaller shard. Alrighty, so you drag and drop the shard onto the alluvial, and then something really nice happens. Mozart comes along as soon as we click confirm right here. Mozart comes along and he's trying to catch him, and I really like the animation on that. So he's sucking him in. That is the first stage. He can fail already there. He's trying to keep him in, trying to confine this alluvial to the shard. And bada bing bada bow, we got him. So we caught our first alluvial. That's beautiful. Alrighty, so now we have him, we see all his stats. These stats can vary, so you can find a perfect stat alluvial. I hope you don't do in beta, because you find a holographic perfect stat and it's not going to be actually on the blockchain yet. It's not going to be your NFT yet. It's going to be a bit sad, I guess. So this alluvial, you can't use it in this run. This run is locked. You can't get more alluvials for the run. This will be sent back to your storage, and after this run you can pick it up and put it in your team, for example. There can be, like I said, more alluvials, so after you caught this one, you might have 2 other Tatopys and you would proceed to catch them, but the stability would drop and drop and drop, so it would get harder and harder after each try of catching alluvials. So if there is like 3 Tatopys and a Ramfire and you really want to get that big Ramfire, you should start with that and not start with the stuff that you don't really need, if that makes sense. Alrighty, so let's fast forward a little bit. We keep running around here in this overworld, keep extracting resources. Basically, we just run and find stuff and make our way through this maze. Try to identify. We always use our visor to see all the resources that we can harvest. And we keep on harvesting. Beautiful. So, we can see also the marker right here. So, right now we arrived at our marker on the map. And there is actually a visual indicator for it. So if you look up in the sky, you might be able to see it from far away. And after we caught our alluvials, we got all our resources, we used up all our energy, let's say. We still have half of it left. But let's say we have used it all. We then teleport back to the Sanctum Mesa where we came from. So first we can just click here in game. That's all the way we ran. And we can click here to teleport back to the obelisk, and from the obelisk we can teleport back to Sanctum Mesa, our home base basically. Right here we can teleport again. We can just go onto the map and actually click here to teleport over here. That's what we're gonna do, so we don't have to run around too much. Beautiful animations, by the way. Absolutely loving it. So this energy in the beta, you will have a finite amount every day. So every run you should try your best to make the most efficient run out of it, because you don't have unlimited runs. When the game is released, you will have as many runs as you're willing to pay for, but you also got tier 0 runs where it's free to play and you have unlimited runs. So this is still a free to play game, and if you wanna get great NFTs and get some money and whatever, like up the stakes, you can then invest and make higher tier runs and so on. But actually, it has been confirmed that tier 0, the free to play aspect, will have some part and some aspect of competitive use to it. So there will still be tactics where you could, for example, use only tier 0 units and flood the game, and you're not gonna feel too bad for a long time using tier 0s, because they're absolutely beautiful, and this game was designed in mind to give free-to-play users a really good experience. And it's really nice to invite friends and they don't have to like do all the crypto stuff that they're so suspicious of, and they can just check out the game, right? And have a great time doing it. It's not like a demo, it's like a really full, big, nice part of the game. Alright, right here we are at the locker storage. So if we go in here, we see all our stuff. We see our resources, our alluvials, our armaments, which is the weapon and the armor of our ranger, and also the augments we can put on units. And then we see the equipment as well. That's all the alluvials we got. That's all the weapons and armor we got. Perfect. And I think in equipment, yeah, we got the boots, the visor, and the jetpack, and also skins. We can craft skins already, which is beautiful. So then if we hit over to this is the forge. Here is where the crafting starts. So here you can create all your armor, all your swords and pistols and what's so not. You can also create skins already with all the stuff that you harvested in the main game, in your overworld run. And yeah, that's like, there is a little discussion going on what will be best to craft first. And I'm really sure you should always craft first weapon and armor for your ranger, because that is actually gonna increase your strength on the battlefield while trying to catch other alluvials. So like boots is nice, you can jump higher and you can get to spots where you otherwise couldn't get, so you can explore more in a run. But even with the normal boots and the normal jetpack, you can still explore plenty, and you want to make sure that the alluvials you find, you can actually defeat them and catch them. So it's the most important thing first to get good armor and a good weapon, so your ranger is a good alluvial on the battlefield. After that, I will also get some augments so I can increase my alluvials and basically put everything into creating the most value on the arena, on the battlefield, for actually catching those alluvials. And once you have a good armor, a good weapon, good augments for your alluvials, like you're solid on that part, then you can start crafting boots over jetpack over visor, because boots are gonna enable you way much more terrain. You can jump up and there's a lot of levels you can reach in height. With jetpack flying around, of course you can, from one platform you could maybe reach another platform and enable another area of the region, but boots will grant you more access to the region than jetpack. So first you should upgrade boots, then your jetpack, and then your visor to see more, because that's not actually increasing anything, it's just helping you to find the stuff, but I'm sure you'll have no problem finding them anyway. And after all that is done, then I would start crafting skins if I have too many resources left. I mean, the skins look really nice. Like, we're picking them up right here in the storage. And now we're gonna put them on, and now we have a blue skin, kind of an Atlas skin. We're gonna put a skin on our Mozart as well. This looks amazing, so adorable with the little teeth, the little smile there. So it's really cool, the skins as well. And then there's one more thing we can do in the forge, which is fusing 3 alluvials together to form the next stage of alluvial. So that would be, for example, here we forge 3 Tattopies together and we will get a TNT.
We need
Why do I have sound in the background?
Overworld beta. And on this call with me, I've got
the top brass on the
Oh, I got it.
I've got Andre.
Sorry.
Hopefully I didn't.
Sorry for that. There we go, back to music. Alrighty, so here we can forge 3 alluvials together to be 1 and to reach the next stage. 3 tattoo bees, fuse them together and get the next evolution of it. And we're gonna see how it works over there. Look at that, by the way, that's all the tier 0 alluvials right here. They're absolutely gorgeous, they're amazing. And they're really strong as well, as we see in the arena. All the lynxes and everything. So good. Alright, so we're fusing 3 tattoo bees. Come together. Looks so nice again, like they've done such a good job with the animations, and boom, we have a TNT right there. And that's how you level up your alluvials, you evolve them basically. But you can also catch a TNT and not sacrifice 3 tattoo bees, but if you got a lot of those small ones, might as well combine them. And then you can again combine 3 tattoo bees to reach 1 Sephorus. So if you have 9 of the stage 1 alluvial, you can then make out of them 3 stage 2 alluvials, and out of those 3 you can make 1 stage 3 alluvial. Wonderful. Alright, let's see if there is... That's basically the main part of the game, right? So let's check out the leaderboard, because we also got a leaderboard. So this will be a daily leaderboard, and it will show the best players calculated by efficiency and speed, basically. If you wanna get up in the leaderboards, this is just for fun, by the way. I don't think it's gonna be out for the real release. But if you wanna get up in the leaderboards, you wanna speed run those your runs, and you wanna find the most rarest alluvial and the most stuff. Like, it's pretty intuitive what's gonna be good, right? What's gonna give you points, like a lot of good resources, rare alluvials, a lot of alluvials, and being fast. So that's basically how that works. And there's no time limit to it. If you don't want to go, like if you're not aiming for the leaderboards, you can just have so much time. You can just chill and have like a 3-hour run looking at the whole map and really exploring it, because the energy will not run out on itself, only if you use it for something. Talking about hardware specs in the game, it's gonna use a little bit more of your resources of your computer than Arena. So it's gonna be a little bit more intense on your computer, but not by much. And also, this is still private beta, right? It's not optimized fully. So if you have like a mid-low end PC and it's like a little bit like getting hot or something, like it's not perfect, it probably is gonna be upgraded and optimized still, so you can play it on lower end PCs in the future. So you're not forced to invest in a new PC, obviously. Or not obviously, but that's a thing, right? This is not fully optimized, so it will need less computer resources in the future than it does now in the beta. And if you're running on a Mac, it is running on a Mac, but it's even less optimized for a Mac. Like, the focus is for now on Windows, but you can still try to play it on Mac, but you have a slightly worse experience maybe. But in the final release, when the game comes out, you're gonna be fine with your Mac as well. Yes, that is basically my full guide to the overworld. If you want to know anything else, let me know in the comments below. If you want to win overworld access, then let me know in the comments below. What is your favorite alluvial? What are you most excited to catch and own as an NFT, as an alluvial? And it's not about rarity and value, it's really more about what you're personally excited for. Like, if you love Atlas, it's not about having the Axodon because it might be worth more. It's about a bit of your preference, your personal preference. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below, and I will pick one winner probably tomorrow, like on the next video. And yeah, you getting on the list for getting this beautiful game, the Overworld access. Again, a reminder to everybody who asked questions for Kieran. Everybody of you won Overworld beta access. I asked Kieran, the founder or co-founder of Illuvium, all your questions that you asked, and everybody who asked a question actually won Overworld access. And only a few people wrote to me, so don't miss this chance. Please contact me, give me your details, so I can put you on the list and you can get Overworld beta access. With that being said, it's only a few hours until the beta starts, and as soon as I have downloaded it, I will try to stream. I hope my computer can handle it, and if not, I'm definitely gonna upload one like these videos right away. It's kind of like a live video, right? It's uncut. It's showing how I cannot spell stuff like an alluvium. Damn it. That's really bad. I gotta study that. So yeah. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't, so you don't miss any content. Would help me out a lot. Also hit that bell button so you really don't miss it, and I see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day. Adios, bye bye, peace out, ciao ciao.